Hey guys, it's Alicia from NC Fit Club, and today I wanted to talk about the reset and kind of do a recap on it. I know I did like a results video, but I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about why I did this, kind of what was involved, and what it did for me. The reason I did it was not to lose weight. I did not go in this thinking, oh, this is going to be a cleanse, I'm going to just eat and just, you know, lose all this weight. I did it because the purpose of the cleanse is to get rid of the toxins in your body from the processed foods that you eat that don't go anywhere. This cleanse was, or the reset was designed to work on a cellular level to rid your body of all that stuff. It wasn't just meals. I had some supplements I had to take along with it. So week one of it, you start off by eating kind of normal. I ate chicken, I ate salmon, I ate scrambled eggs for breakfast, whole wheat toast, and every day of the cleanse, you did different supplements. So 30 minutes before you would eat, you would drink distilled water. I would try to drink 12 to 16 ounces. I drank quite a bit, and you would add this oxygenized to your water, and this just has some minerals in it, some, you know, just some stuff to add to your water, and also Himalayan salt, which Todd and I we've been using Himalayan salt for probably over a year now, but this is ground up a little bit smaller than our grinder, so I would put this in my water, and I would take 2 of the Optimize capsules in here. These are they're natural, they're organic, excuse me. A lot of just minerals and different things that work with the cleanse. And I'm not going to go into the details on the scientifics of it. You can look that up. So that was week one, and actually I did all 3 of these things throughout the whole process. So before every meal, 3 times a day, 30 minutes before, I would take 2 of these and put this in my water and then wait 30 minutes to eat. I don't have the little packet of the alkalinized.
That's the green stuff that tasted like grass.
That's the green stuff, and you did that every day, probably midday, sometime between lunch and your dinner time. It wasn't bad. The first time I did it, it was very grassy tasting, but you get used to it. You just chug it down, 4 ounces of water, and it just goes right down the hatch. The first week with all of this and the food, I immediately started getting headaches, having some lower back pain, and the back pain lasted about 4 or 5 days. The headaches probably lasted a little longer than I would have liked for them to, but I think everybody's different depending on what your body's trying to get rid of. For me, I felt like it was more sugar. I've got a major sweet tooth, and I realized that doing this reset. I just really, really like sugar. You can ask Todd. I'm always looking for something for dessert. And I think my headaches were from just not having sugar. I'm not a big coffee drinker, so I don't feel like it was caffeine. I'm not a soda drinker at all, so I know it wasn't the caffeine. I felt like it was the sugar for sure. So that was week one. Week two, we did the same thing, but we introduced a new drink, or a new packet of powder that you used 30 minutes before your meals, and it was the detox. And I'm not sure what was all in that. It was very it was kind of grainy. I realized that it was easier for me to put it in my water, add all this stuff to it, take my pills, and stir with the spoon as I'm drinking it, because if not, you just kind of drank it and you got down to the bottom and there was still some grains left and you felt like you had to add more water to get all that in. So I kind of found a trick of getting it down, and it was actually had a little sweet flavor to it. I think it was sweetened with stevia, so it was kind of had a sweet flavor to it. I didn't mind it at all. And that was week two. Week two, you weren't eating any meat, no dairy. You may have had dairy once or twice, but definitely no eggs. I didn't have any eggs. And you introduced more beans and lentils and lots of fruits and vegetables. And by that week two, I was already starting to sleep better, sleeping like a baby. Kind of different with the moods. Like I could feel I had some up and down moments, which is very normal. And here's the bird. And that was that was pretty normal for me. So week 2 was good. Week 3, did the same thing. You still did the green shot. You did that every day for 21 days, but you introduced Revitalize. So week 3, I was actually taking 4 caplets of stuff, 2 of the Optimize and 2 of the Revitalize, 30 minutes before your meals with distilled water. And by week 3, you have cut pretty much everything out. You're mainly eating a lot of fruits and vegetables.
Is that when you started getting really cold?
Yes, that's when I started getting really cold. And I would love to know the scientific reason behind that, but I was freezing, freezing the last week. I feel much better now being off of it, but just absolutely freezing. I've never been so cold in the summertime. It's kind of weird. So that was it as far as what week 1, week 2, and week 3 look like. The supplements, they were fine.
What did you learn from the food and all that stuff? What
I really learned from the food and actually drinking water before a meal, I'm going to continue to do that. It's probably not going to be distilled water, but it's going to be filtered water. And I just feel like any water in your system 30 minutes before a meal makes a huge difference on how much you eat. And I think it helps just carry the food where it needs to go in your body.
And you learned a lot about portion control.
And I learned a lot about portion control. And I've learned to appreciate good whole foods. You know, you can't really go out to eat anymore without finding something, unless you just go to a really nice high-end restaurant, without ordering something that has been processed somehow, some way. You're not going to do that. So, you know, it's nice. I cooked so clean and ate so clean, and it made me feel good. What I've noticed by being on it and kind of some of the things that I went through was, obviously I slept a lot better. I had more energy. I felt like a lot of my cravings were gone. Periodically I'd be like, gosh, it'd be nice to have something sweet, but that went away really quick. I would eat some fruit and I would be fine. And something kind of weird that a lot of people have done, not weird things, but kind of different things, is I got kind of organized with something.
It does make you get organized. It makes you kind of nest.
Everybody's different. I mean, some people went out and bought cars. I mean, I'm just saying. I didn't buy a car. I felt like I have been a very organized person, but my life is very busy and hectic. And I kind of took a step back and I went and bought file folders and stuff. Like I wanted organization. And I got that during this cleanse. So you never know what it'll do for you. It's just a whole mental, emotional, physical, everything. It
was definitely an emotional thing, because you went through some emotional stuff.
I had my ups and downs. So now that the reset is over, and what am I going to do? Obviously, I am still eating kind of like I was during the reset. I'm not craving any sugar at all, believe it or not. I would much rather have fruit, an apple, grapes, something other than a cookie or something. Yesterday for breakfast I had some oatmeal. I had half of a Greek yogurt with some honey. I had some grapes. Yesterday at lunch we had actually, because I haven't been out to eat in 3 weeks, we had gone to eat for lunch. Todd met me for lunch, and I ordered a Greek veggie pita on whole wheat pita bread, and I opened it up and I ate everything inside of it. I put very little Greek dressing on there. I ate all of the lettuce and the cucumbers and all of that good stuff, and then I actually took the whole wheat pita bread and cut it in half and only ate half of it.
So basically you're going to start incorporating healthier eating and portion control.
And little things like that, just the little things by not eating the whole pita bread will make a difference in the long run.
And anybody that does this needs to be supportive of it. Like the emotional part of that, I had to be understanding, because I had to realize you were going through some emotional stuff.
And that's why it's good to have someone to talk to, like someone who's done this before, so you can call me up and go, hey, I'm feeling blah blah blah, and I could be like, yes, I totally felt that. You're right where you need to be on the reset. So
anybody out there, make sure you got somebody that can support you, or that you find somebody that can support you.
Definitely. So definitely recommend it. I will definitely do it again for sure. I'm still going to eat the food. It's great.
Yeah, we found a lot of new foods that we liked.
For sure.
What's that one squash?
I'm not even sure how to pronounce it, but it's good.
All right. Well,
all right, so
that didn't do us any good. It was
kombucha.
Kombucha or something. Anyway,
I don't know. It was a weird squash, but it was so good. Everything was great.
All right.
All right, we'll see you guys later, and let me know if you are interested in this. I'd love to talk to you about it. See ya.